What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Boiler Rapheal Davis podcast, brought to you by the Field of 68 Podcast Network. Today we got a real special guest, a dog himself, someone that really dominating the floor right now, someone I'm proud of, someone that's been in big games, played well in big games, but someone who is a real fun-spirited person, someone I'm interested in learning a lot more. Everybody welcome Purdue captain, Purdue leader, Purdue big man, Trevion Williams. What's up, Trey? How you doing?
Good. I appreciate you having me, man.
No problem, man. Trey, how you doing? How is it playing basketball in COVID? How is that?
Man, it's tough right now. You just gotta take advantage of, all the hours you do get. Guys coming in and out, guys getting COVID through the season. Sasha was just out. So, it's a lot going on, throughout the season, but you just got to find a way to kind of, keep rolling with it. So,
yeah. And talk about just how big. I know, like I said, you a junior, you've been there a while, you've been through a few summers. How big was it this summer not being able to have access to the gym to your guys like you used to? Did that stop? Did that you think that slowed y'all down?
I think it definitely did. In the summers when we like to, kind of not just those team workouts, but those open runs, with the team helps a lot. We weren't able to do that as much. Like I said, guys were getting COVID. It was just a lot going on. This whole year, there's been a lot going on. So, it's been tough for us. It definitely slowed us down. I think it's a big difference from, freshman year, my freshman year, when Carson was here. All the guys, we were playing open gym pretty much every 2 days or something like that.
Right.
I know it's just, at the end of the day, it's just us playing pickup. But, I kind of took it as like, that's us, bonding, getting closer even more on the court, our chemistry. So, even though it was just open run, little stuff like that, kind of brings us closer. So.
That's what's up. And talk about, I know your time as a freshman, like you said, you had those open runs. But trying to talk about the freshmen that you guys got. I know when you came in, you guys had Carson, you kind of had some things established. But you're freshmen now, they kind of expected to do a little bit more. So talk about kind of what you've seen from them, what you like from them, and kind of what do you like about your freshmen right
now? These are all guys, that I've been watching, when I was in high school. So I kind of knew kind of direction that they was going. So I wanted to kind of prepare them as much as possible. My position now, I'm a junior, so I'm doing my best to kind of give back and be a leader, based on my experience. But just starting with Jaden, he's a very good player. He's explosive. He can do it all pretty much. I think just with all of them, honestly, it's more so a case of kind of knowing your role on the team. When I came in as a freshman, you come from high school, you're a top, highly recruited dude, man. You come to college, you think you know it all. You get there, Coach Painter shows you differently. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more so just them, kind of accepting their role, but always, being ready when their name is called. So I think we got a good group of guys. Brandon, he shoots the ball well. He takes the pressure off me in the post. Guys got to respect him on the three. Zach, he comes in behind me, but, he's always ready to play. He's a tough dude to guard, man. He wears me out every day in practice. That's a big dude, man.
You sound like AJ when Isaac came.
Man, I've been sore every day trying to guard him. We restarting drills because I can't close defense. I just can't get around him. You try to get around him, you know what I'm saying, you're going to catch a ball to the face or something. So, man, it's tough. But I really think we got a good group of guys. Ethan, he accepts his role. He's more of a facilitator for us. But, I think all those guys, high standards, high potential. It's more so just them, like I said, coming in, accepting the role, taking everything in that Coach Payne tells us, you know what I'm saying? Even me being a junior, I'm still taking stuff in, still trying to learn. But, I think we got a really good group of guys, similar to freshman year. Me, Eric, Aaron, and Sasha, we had to come in and be ready. We didn't know we were going to come in and just play right away. But your mindset coming into college, you gotta, you never know when your name's gonna get called. So I think they all are ready. They give us good minutes every game. It's just more so with us. You just gotta stick together and kind of keep rolling. So.
Dope. And you guys are coming together at a good time. And kind of talk about right now, because you've been in this, you said you're upper class and you've been in this spot before. Last year's season was cut short early. Season before, you guys hit a run at the end of the season and kind of got some things going into March. Talk about how important it is to gel right now going into March, and kind of talk about what it is like making an Elite Eight run and what it took to make that run and what Purdue may need to do, not necessarily on the court, but what you guys did then when you made the run and maybe what you could do this year to make another.
I think just going back from freshman year, man, we all trusted each other. We all knew people drew attention to Carson. So we knew we came together as a team. We said, look, like, we gotta make people respect us. Teams coming in, they looking at the scout report, everybody worried about Carson. That's our time to step up. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a realization that, understanding that we have to kind of take some of this pressure off of him so he can, keep creating for us. And, a lot of guys, like I said, played their role. A lot of guys are ready to play. Freshmen were ready to play. So I think the gel from freshman year, just having that carryover, realizing that obviously, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm the best player on the team. But when you look at the numbers, people are going to say, oh, we're going to double him. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more so just trying to get guys going, trying to encourage them every day. And it kind of takes the pressure off of me so I can, kind of create for everybody else. Everybody's capable of playing, you know what I mean? So it's more so just having that confidence from other teammates. So.
Yeah, no, and given that's what a leader does, you get your guys ready to go. So you can see that in your play, especially when the games start out. You want everybody to get their feet wet. You want everybody to touch it, kind of get going. So you can see that kind of the way you are as a person. That's kind of the way you could tell. That's not even just in basketball. That's just who you are. You know what I mean? You want people to be comfortable. And just kind of talk about, because you said a good point, and this is something, talk about that transition, because you were a guy that came in, you had to be ready. You had to kind of be ready for your opportunity, because Carson was getting that double off a ball screen. You know what I mean? He had to cut hard to the basket. But now you're not in that Carson role, but like you said, you were humble about it. I appreciate your humility. But like you said, when guys look at that scouting report, you're getting that double. So talk about how that transition from that guy who's in that role player into now I'm getting double. I got to get guys comfortable. How has that transition been?
Well, like you said, you kind of talked about it, man. That's just how I am. Regardless of, me being the guy on the scout report everybody's looking for, that's just how I am. I've always been very unselfish, man. I've always been trying to, do my best to kind of include my teammates and kind of get them going. I get mad at them whenever they don't shoot the ball. I'm on their heads. Like they know if they don't shoot it, they got something coming from me. Like they know that. But like I said, that's just how I am, man. And I think the more that I can kind of keep that going and give guys confidence and and give them that that confidence to kind of go out there and dominate. It opens things up for everybody on our team. So I think just transitioning. I took so much from Carson being here. I paid attention. I watched, and I saw just making it to the Elite Eight. I think a lot of guys stepped up, man, and that's really all it is. Obviously you want to build chemistry off the court. You want to do all those other things, but it's more so those guys, kind of saying to themselves like, "Yo, I got to step up." So I think we're all on the same page. It's more so just being consistent with it and constantly instilling confidence in those guys.
That's what's up. And like you said, we keep going back to kind of who you are as a person, kind of what you give off, what you bring to the table. Because that's why I want to transition to where we're going next. Kind of go back to where Trevion started playing ball. Where you from? Where you grew up playing? Where did you learn your passion for the game? I have a theory that you grew up playing guard at the park, which is why at the end of the game, that last game at home, I saw the shake and bake come out.
Yeah.
Of course. I said, oh yeah, Trevion used to play guard at the park. So kind of talk about how you came up. I know you're from Chicago, but I know a lot about you, but a lot of fans, they may not.
Right. So yeah, I'm from Chicago, the South Side of Chicago. You know, growing up, you know, I was always at a park somewhere playing basketball. The game of basketball kind of came from my dad. You know, he always, it's crazy you talked about the guard stuff or whatever. You know, my dad always had this saying, like, you know, just don't be one dimensional. You know, all bigs. My dad understood, you know, a long time ago that the game was going to change. And he always told me, man, don't be one dimensional. You know, don't be one dimensional. So that just kind of stuck with me. And ever since then, man, I just, like, growing up, I always did. I never went to a big man workout until high school. Never. So, like, I was always working out with guards. I was always doing, you know, guard drill work and working on ball handling, doing little stuff like that. Trying to prepare myself. Obviously, in the middle of that, you know, I was trying to lose weight. And then, you know, on top of that, you know, being in Chicago, I was trying to find safety, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot, you know, kind of growing up, but you don't always get put in the best situations, you know what I mean? With the stuff you can't control, but you gotta, you know, rock with the cards you deal with. But I think more so is my dad, man. He kind of instilled that in me, and you know that's kind of been my mindset, trying to expand more and more. I come from a huge family, man. I got family all over the place. You know, I don't have any brothers and sisters, but you know, my cousins, every single one of my cousins is my brothers and sisters. So, huge family dude, man. Like, family is everything. Um, I mean, I feel like that's pretty much that pretty much sums it up. But like I said, man, I come from a athletic family, um, very family oriented. Um, I don't know, my background kind of made me, you know, being from Chicago. It's like, it almost feels like, you know what I'm saying, you always gotta find a way out. And then that's not just for me, that's for any, you know, hooper that's came out of Chicago. But you know, just because of all the violence and stuff, man, it's tough, you know, trying to find, you know, somewhere safe to play, whether that's at a park, at a gym. Um, but you know, this basketball is just something that I've always enjoyed, man, and it always got me away from all the violence, and you know, kept me out the street, stuff like that. Obviously, you know, my mom did a great job of, you know, keeping me away from stuff like that. But you know, like I said, basketball, just, I was free, and I was having fun while I was doing it. So that's kind of why I stuck with it. So.
I feel that. I mean, because I mean, we both probably had friends no longer with us, friends that's incarcerated, friends that didn't made a right turn, we made a left turn. You know what I mean? So no, for you to be able to, like you said, go through that, because I mean, I know what it's like to be able to go through that, keep your head straight, to be the one that made it out. I mean, that's a lot of pressure that a lot of general fans don't understand, they don't know about. So you know what I mean? When you playing a game, you may not be playing it in your head for just Purdue for you. That's for me. For me, it was for Devontae Haney, who was killed. You know what I mean? It was for Montez Brooks, who was shot and ultimately died. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where you're not just doing it for yourself at that point, because you are one of those people at the point where a lot of people don't look at it, but if you look at the statistics, you maybe be a chosen one that was chosen to make it to where you made it to. Right. You know what I mean? And so when did I said that to say that's what's up though. when did Paint come in the picture? When did you meet Paint? Because I remember I was at Purdue when I started hearing the buzz about, you know, you in high school, whatever. But how was that for you? What was that when you met Paint? How did you know Paint was the one? Not the one for you, the coach for you, you know what I mean? Was there any other schools in your recruitment? How was that? How did a kid from Chicago, Illinois get to Purdue? You know what I mean?
Man, for one, you know, my main goal was to be close to home. Like I said, I'm a family dude. I always wanted to be close to my family. So I kept that in mind, you know, throughout my recruitment process. You know, obviously starting off, you know, I got my first offer from Michigan State. No, I got my first one from Xavier. Then my second was from Michigan State. You know, I was always getting comparisons to Draymond Green with the, you know, the passing and stuff like that. You know, I was always getting those comparisons throughout high school. And I always wanted to. I was going to take my career to Michigan State, but my mom, she told me, Trey, like just wait it out, be patient. It's a big decision. So my junior year, coach, he came in my sophomore year. Really, I think it was Coach Owens. I forget what school he's at now, but
Miami, Ohio.
Yeah, Coach Owens and Coach Gary, Coach Greg Gary. They both started looking at me. Then Coach B got in the picture, and I finally met Paint my junior year. Obviously my junior year, I was kind of making progress as far as like recruiting. I was getting more and more schools looking at me. Then Paint comes to my school, shows up at a game. Now I see him sitting front row. I'm like, man, I can't have a bad game. Not in front of the head coach. I can't have a bad game.
What's up?
No, man, but it was a great experience, man. He showed up. Coach B came to my house. They were just, they really showed, that they wanted me at Purdue, and that was one of the main reasons why I went. I had been to, the crazy thing is I had been to Michigan State. I had been up to Michigan State about 6-7 times, playing open gym with the guys. Xavier, I've been there maybe 4 or 5 times, playing open gym with the guys, just visiting. I've been to Purdue twice.
Dang, that's what's up. That's dope.
So I just kind of got that home feeling. Going to my first game at Mackey, man, when they cut them lights off, and they do the announcers do the starting lineups, man. I just thought that was the best thing ever, and I took that back to my high school. So I made them turn the lights off before we came out for every game after that.
That's what's up, man.
Man, it was just it just felt like home. So, my mom was happy with it. My dad was happy with it. Like I said, it wasn't too far from home. It's about an hour 30, 2-hour drive, not too bad. Yeah. But all the players, man, after playing open gym with them, they always, made sure it felt like home. So, I think that's what every player kind of looks for throughout the recruiting process. Just somewhere where they're comfortable. Not so much where everybody, kissing your butt, but Coach Painter has a sense of, kind of tough love, and you need people to kind of be on you. Sorry.
You're good.
You need people to kind of be on you like that, in order for you to grow as a person. So I think that was more so what had to do with my decision, who was going to push me, and not tell me, oh, you're doing good. Sometimes you need to hear that you're doing bad, or you need to fix it.
Coach tell you that.
Man, he'll tell you that in the heartbeat. One thing I always appreciated about him is his honesty, man. You might not want to hear it all the time, but he's always honest with you, and at the end of the day, he's always got your back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, no, that's real. He always got your best interest at heart, and he just wants you to be he wants you to be a successful human more than to me, he wants you to be a successful human more than he wants you to make all your free throws. He wants you to be, obviously he wants you to be a functional basketball player to be on the court. Obviously he wants you making free throws, but he really cares about the person behind the player. To me, it's always felt like. And then for you now, you in this role, like you said, Purdue felt like home. You transitioned into Purdue. You went from wanting to go to Michigan State to hitting a game winner in Michigan State. You know what I mean?
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let's talk about that. I know now it's a little different playing on the road in the Big Ten, but talk about going into some of those arenas. What's the craziest arena that you play in? You know what I mean? Where is the fans the toughest? Or because even though maybe it's not the fans, maybe it's just the arena itself. What's some of your favorite arenas to go to?
I would say the most exciting one, when fans were allowed, was definitely the Braves, Michigan State. I think that was the most exciting one. When they scored their first bucket, they throw the towels up.
Yeah.
Stuff flying around, man. Like, it's crazy. But that's probably the most exciting. It's hard to kind of go in there and get a win. You got to be, a really good team to win there, man. And I think that's probably the best arena to play in, other than Mackey.
Yeah, what's it like playing at Mackey in front of 14,000 when it's full? You get a big stop, a big bucket. What's that like?
Man, it's insane. I can't. You can't even explain it, man. Like you feel like you in an NBA game. Like it's so heartwarming, man. When you do something right on the court and everybody just cheering you on, you
Right,
get it.
right.
Everybody going crazy. And I think the best feeling was, like I said, going back to my visit. Just sitting in the bleachers. I'm looking around like, yo, these people going crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the paint crew, man, they all into it. You foul out, they count, they watching your steps on the screen. Like, man, it's insane. I can't even explain it, but I feel real sorry for, kind of the freshmen. They haven't got to experience that. Thank God I did, but man, it's an unbelievable feeling.
No, that's what's up, Trevion. I mean, everything you're saying makes a lot of sense to me from being as a player. I played in there. But just a few more questions, a couple of questions from Twitter. What's something that you've learned from kind of your underclassmen to your upperclassmen years? So maybe you learned about yourself, learned about paint, learned about the team. But what's something that you've taken from your underclassmen to your upperclassmen?
From my underclassmen to my upperclassmen.
As far as, anything you've learned just kind of through the transition to college basketball, that if someone was listening right now that is coming in next year as a freshman, what would you tell them that will kind of get them over the hump a little quicker?
Just cherish everything. Cherish your time in college. Don't take anything for granted. Obviously, COVID happened, but disregarding that, you just never know. Everything moves so quick when you get there. Like I said, I feel like I was a freshman yesterday. I'm a junior now, so
that's real.
Man, it goes fast, man. So like I if I had to give any advice, it would just be, to cherish your moments in college and really take what you can get. You know what I mean, and put your best foot forward. Like I said, it goes really quick, man, and you just never know what's gonna happen. We didn't know our season was gonna get canceled like that last year. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Freshman year, we didn't know we was gonna make it to the Elite Eight, but things happen, and it's so much going on. So I would just say, just cherish every moment you get. In college, man, it's fun. Like it's you got to be excited to want to be out there, to want to practice, to want to watch film, whatever the case may be. Coach Painter actually just talked about it, man. He was saying just be excited about being here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys was just was kind of getting down on themselves for previous games, and obviously you got me and all the other guys trying to encourage them, but Coach Paint pulled us all to the side. He said, "Man, be excited about being here. If it was he always says if it was easy, everybody can do it, man." And he says that all the time. He says he sounds like a broken record, but I think that statement is 100% true. If it was easy, everybody could do it, and you got to realize coming in that everybody, there can always be somebody else in your position. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't take it for granted. So.
Nah, man. Hey, man, I really appreciate your answers, man. That's what's up. You can tell you've become, from the beginning of the season, when I remember we talked on Zoom to now, it's been just a couple months. And I can see a lot of growth and kind of just where you are mentally, even the way you started the season. I don't think you started how you wanted to, but the way, I've seen guys not start the season how they want to and kind of never catch up. So the way for you to kind of get where you are now and keep going forward and to be able to have this level head about everything, man, I'm such looking forward to March. I'm looking forward to, not to say next season, I'm just looking forward to your career, man, 100%. But then I got another one, man, a couple more from Twitter. Got a couple, maybe a silly one for you. But I know we get, I lot of people don't know we get meals after the game and whatnot. But say you get to choose the menu after the game. What restaurant are you choosing to eat at after a big win at home?
A big win at home.
You on campus, you're in Lafayette. Where you going?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm definitely going to the Bryant probably.
To the Bryant. I ain't
The
never had
Bryant.
that.
You ain't never had the Bryant? It's a new place. That's crazy. You an old head. You an old head.
Oh, he called me old.
No, I'm playing, man. I'm playing. But no, the Bryant is it's a new spot they put up, man. It's basically like a better version of like, I don't know, Texas Roadhouse, whatever you want to call it.
Check that out, man. I'm gonna be up there next month.
Yeah, it's a decent little spot, man. They got like steaks and all that, and burgers and milkshakes and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's dope. Nah, man, I'll definitely check that out. Hey, Trevion, what's one thing that you learned from Coach Payne? And that's a question from me.
Man, I think if I had one word to kind of sum him up, man, it's honesty. You know, he's always honest with you, and if you lie to him, man, you know, you're gonna feel like the worst person in the world. Earning his trust is tough, man.
Yeah,
it really is, and you know, he knows people inside and out. He knows your reaction to things, what it means, what you're really saying in your head. Like he understands. He's dealt with so many people, so many players, so many, you know, whoever it may be, he's dealt with them. So I think he understands people inside and out. So I think one thing that I've learned with him is being honest and just trying to, like I said, earn his trust. You know? So
that's real. Nah, man, Trevion, I appreciate you joining us. I know you got some studying to get back to. Definitely look forward to checking you guys out this weekend. I know you got big games to finish the season, going into March. Definitely looking forward to you guys making a run, Big Ten tournament, NCAA tournament. Trevion, definitely keep going. Definitely keep leading the guys. Like I said, I love what you're doing. I love the leadership style. I saw a tweet earlier in the season. I think it was after Miami lost or something like that. Somebody questioned the leadership of the team. And for me, it's never been in question. And for a guy like you, I mean, we talked before the season, like you just said, about how to get paid to trust guys more. You know what I mean? So you figured that out. And I wish you the best, man. But for anybody out there listening, make sure you guys check out our basketball camps in West Lafayette next month for spring break, March 15th through the 17th, March 22nd through the 24th. Then also we'll be in Fort Wayne, April 5th through 7th. For our Fort Wayne camp, we have 30 free spots available. We were able to raise the money for that. But RaphealDavis.com, RaphealDavisBasketball.com, sorry. Check us out, Rapheal Davis3 on Twitter. Trevion, what's your Twitter?
T Will, and there's 3 underscores after that.
You don't need to shout out, man. You got a lot of followers, man. But nah, Trey, I appreciate you.
Anyway, man.
Hey, man, I got a good one. Hey, you think you? I saw this on Twitter. I gotta ask. You think you could convince Payne to do a TikTok dance?
I guarantee, if we get to the Final Four, he just might think about it. He
That's all you need.
But I doubt it, though, man. I doubt it. I'm gonna try my best, though. I know people have been asking me. They've been waiting on it, so I'm gonna try my best.
Hey man, hey man, you the first big man I've seen Payne let somebody bounce past the ball to. You the first big man I've seen Payne let pass the ball. So, hey man, you could be the first big man to get Payne to do a TikTok, man. I got a lot of pressure on you to get us to the Final Four and get us one, man.
No way.
I appreciate you, Trey. Thank you, bro. Have a good one. Hit me up whenever, anytime you need me. You know you got it. To anybody out there listening, Boil Up with Rapheal Davis. Subscribe on YouTube, Rapheal Davis Podcast. Check us out on all social media platforms. We got a new Instagram page with new Purdue basketball content. Second best Purdue basketball content to Boil It Raw. Shout out to Chris. But Trevion, I appreciate you, big dog.
Yes, sir, man. Thanks for having me.